go out for a walk after a hot weekend. 5-2 Angels to the top of the 9th inning. Same time tomorrow night. Dylan G against Tyler Skaggs, who's coming off the disabled list. And then Danny Duffy will pitch Wednesday night against Matt Shoemaker. Both games right here on Fox Sports Kansas City. Shoemaker will be arriving by way of buggy.
Had a little Amish in him.
He's trimmed it up some. Chin-Ming Wong will pitch the 9th. He'll get Johnny Giavotella, Yunel Escobar, and Cole Calhoun. Off the end of the bat and into center field. That's Johnny Giavotella's second hit.
See how he watched that ball as he was going back to first base? The ball's in play. And sometimes, you know, when that little transfer from that outfielder throws to the infield, it has a bobble or a drop, you know, and I like it when I see guys keep their eye on the ball when it's in play. Now look, he's not going back to first base putting his head down. He's still watching it just in case something happens and ball gets away, he can advance. But if your head's down and you look at the base, you can't advance if the guy misses it. Watch the ball when it's in play, especially anybody with speed. You can make a difference. The one time it happens, you advance. Then,
or we've seen the opposite happen, where a guy puts his head down and heads back to first. There's ball is thrown away and he never sees it.
Right. That's because he's from the Royal system. He was taught the proper way to run the bases here.
Giavotella was running as it's fouled away by Escobar. Come up and get him. Maybe got him on the ear. Yeah, no ear flap on the big league helmets. Watch your ears.
Yeah.
I want you to explain something to me. Hosmer will go to the bag. Take care of Escobar as Giavotella is up to second base. Explain something to me. It seems like a major league right that when you get to the big leagues, you get to wear the helmet with only one ear flap. Why is that such a big deal? Why do you need to have one ear exposed?
I wouldn't be able to answer that, but it was weird when I first got to the majors myself and I put the helmet on. I'm thinking, you know, I spent 10 years in the minors with double flaps on, and I didn't understand that either. But that's the helmet they gave me, and I don't know. We'll have to look into that. There's got to be a reason. Because when you're on the bases, you're not facing a pitcher that's throwing at you, but the ball's thrown at a high rate of speed out there, and it leaves it exposed. I can only think maybe it's because it's cooler. I don't know.
You play in Little League, you play in high school, you play in college, you play in the minor leagues, and you go with the double ear flaps. Now, part of that, of course, is cost. Double ear flap, you know, you only need about 6 or 7 helmets on a team. Righties and lefties can wear them, but I think in the minor leagues, it's more of a safety issue to, you know, especially with all the concern about concussions. They have the better reinforced helmets these days with an ear flap on both sides, but it always seems like a guy gets to the big leagues and can't wait to wear his big league helmet, which is one ear flap. And every now and then a guy will be diving back into a bag and get hit in the ear, or I mean, Escobar, he was a centimeter away from maybe cutting his ear with that foul ball at the plate. Did you like it better?
I did, because it told me I was a big leaguer.
That's my point.
Right.
Is there any other reason other than that's a big league helmet?
I don't know. Well, I'm going to do some further research tomorrow. We'll figure it out.
Shin-Soo Choo is a switch hitter, and or no, left-hand batter, but he wears the double ear flap. I'm trying to think of a recent switch hitter in the big leagues that always had the double ear flaps, but it's very rare.
We saw Delino DeShields with the Rangers. His dad was a switch hitter, and he wore double flap.
There you go. Calhoun walks, and the Angels have 2 on with 1 out, and a chance to put the game away with Trout and Pujols coming up. Remember to vote for the Royals Player of the Month at one of the 7 Rally House locations in the KC metro area. All participants will be entered to win a majestic prize pack. Mike Trout has come to the plate 4 times tonight. He's put the ball in play once, and when he did, he hit the ball to the warning track in right field. A strike from Chien-Ming Wang. In his other 3 plate appearances, he walked, and twice he came around to score.
Chien-Ming Wang tries to throw that sinker slider. He wants to keep it down. And he's working it right. Ground ball. Put him in the lane.
I remember when Dayton Moore joined us during a spring training broadcast, and Chien-Ming Wang was pitching well as a non-roster guy and looked like he was going to make the club. And Dayton said, of all the success they've had in the bullpen, it's mostly power, that they don't have a guy that they could bring on to get a ground ball. That's low. 2 balls and 1 strike. This is a little different because Wang has created this situation, but original plan was that if needed in a spot like this, come in the middle of the inning, get a ground ball, and get out of the inning. And now it's 3-1 on Trout.
He's only grounded into 4 double plays this year. It's largely because he stays inside of the ball. He's trying to shoot the ball to the opposite field. He didn't roll the wrists over. And there it is. He's got that good inside out swing.
Almost a carbon copy of his fly ball back in the 2nd inning. That fly ball will get Giavitello to 3rd.
See, but that's how you stay away from hitting into trying to pull the ball and hit into a double play.
Isn't it amazing, as strong as he is and much power, how abbreviated his follow through is?
Yeah, he's strong. He sticks it. He takes the bat speed is generated right over the plate, and then he's able to stop it because he's so strong.
Runners at the corners for Pujols, and he's driven in 3 tonight. 2-run single, and the Angels 4-run first, and then drove in a run in the 7th inning. Pujols has driven in 75 this year. Not putting up the monster numbers that he did year after year with the Cardinals, but 75 RBIs is 3rd in the American League. And 1/3 of that total has been in this month, which is the most in the major leagues. He has driven in 70 in his career against the Royals. Up the middle, and Pujols has driven in 4 runs tonight. The Angels take a 6-2 lead. Giavitello with the leadoff single comes around to score. A 3-hit, 4 RBI night for Albert Pujols.
And, you know, it's similar to the bases loaded hit he got in the first. Look what this is. This pitch is up and in, but he's leading with his hands, staying inside of that baseball, and he's directing it back up towards the middle. And believe me, if he's got as much time in the majors as Pujols and you have a .309 career batting average, you're using the middle and opposite part of the field. He knows how to do that. Muscle memory. And if you leave a mistake out, he knows what to do with that too.
This is the first at bat for Todd Cunningham, who took over defensively in the 7th inning in left field. How many times do you hear a player drive in 4 runs? And we'll hear from the press box, that's a career high 4 RBIs for whomever. Alex, diving play in foul territory.
Wow. What about that? Disregard for his body. He just wants to make the play. That's the true definition of a gamer. Right there. Make the play at all costs. Look at this last little effort. He says, I'm gonna get it. Oh, and he kept his glove up, scraped up his right arm on that warning track. Look at that, his right elbow. He's a gamer.